Welcome back to the Oahu Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahu Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahu Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahu Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahu Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahu Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
BeckMotors.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Proud to sponsor the Governors this season, and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today. Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play.
Back at Golden Eagle Arena, we're in Aberdeen. Brian Oakland with play-by-play of the boys' game tonight between Pierre and Aberdeen Central. The girls' game is being played tonight as well. That at Riggs High Gym. Justin Cowart has the call on that one. You can catch up with him and the girls' game on our sister station, our mothership of DRG Media Group, 1060 KGFX and 103.1 FM. Of course, that game also available at drgnews.com and the KGFX page. For those who are on the road this night following high school sports or for whatever the reason, especially as winter driving continues, even though we've got a beautiful week of weather ahead, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who celebrates being a part of a team, reminds us that snow means slow. Remember to drive for conditions and buckle up too. You've got some place to be. We could have snow in the forecast next week, although temps in the 40s and even low 50s today, making things pretty nice as far as road conditions are concerned, although winds out of the west could cause some problems for us coming back home from time to time as well. A 58-50 game right now with just 10 seconds left. Governors sophomores in pretty good shape. Let's try to breeze through our state of basketball. Looking at Class AA scores and standings for boys basketball will start. The Governors played 2 games last week on the road. They got a win a week ago tonight at Douglas, 65-39. Aberdeen Central lost at O'Gorman that night, 61-41. Of course, the Governors lost at Brandon Valley, as mentioned, Thursday night, 68-57. And then Aberdeen Central losing here in Aberdeen to Brandon Valley, 69-53. And then, other games that occurred over the weekend. You had Rapid City Stevens and Central beating Brookings and Watertown on Friday night and also on Saturday. Meanwhile, Friday night, Harrisburg beat Sioux Falls Jefferson. You had Roosevelt defeating Yankton. Sioux Falls Lincoln stayed unbeaten with a dismantling of O'Gorman, 69-32. Kind of a surprise in how big of a blowout that game was. Sturgis got a win in the Black Hills Conference over Lee Deadwood on Friday. And then on Saturday also it was Sioux Falls Jefferson over Huron, 71-61. O'Gorman lost a second straight on the weekend. They lose at Sioux Falls Roosevelt, 62-49. Tonight, in addition to the Governors playing here in Aberdeen, Watertown is in Huron in the ESD. Harrisburg will go to Brookings as well. Mitchell hosts Sioux Falls Roosevelt. And that team that both of these teams tonight are familiar with, Brandon Valley, they're at home again. They're hosting Marshall, Minnesota. Other games in Class AA, a good one in Sioux Falls. Top-ranked Lincoln plays at Washington. And T-Area will go to Sioux Falls Christian in Class A. Top-ranked Class A team there. And T-Area, of course, a good team out of AA now. Spearfish is hosting St. Thomas More out west, while Sturgis goes to Hill City. Into tonight's action, though, talk about the power rankings, and they're headed up by Sioux Falls Lincoln, the only unbeaten team in AA. They're 9-0. Harrisburg and Mitchell are 8-2. Harrisburg a little bit better in the power average than the defending champion Colonels. Brandon Valley still just one loss on the season, 9-1, but they are in the 4th power ranking. Spearfish in 5 at 7-2. Huron, who the Governors will see a week from tonight at Riggs High Gym. No, I take that back. That's a couple of weeks away. Govs play Yankton a week from tonight. Huron is 6-4. Sioux Falls, Washington at 6-3. O'Gorman in the 8th spot at 8-4. Then T-Area at 7-4. The rest of the pack is 500 or below. But the Pierre Governors tied with Sioux Falls Roosevelt with a 40 even power average. And Pierre would be in the 10 spot, maybe 11. Actually, Roosevelt has more wins right now. So Pierre would be in the 11 seed, and they would play either Huron or Washington on the road if the Sodak 16 were to be played tonight. Stevens, Central, Douglas, and Sturgis are in the top 16. Aberdeen Central is right now in the 17 spot. They're outside of a would-be Sodak 16, so they really need some wins to get above that Mendoza line. They are with Watertown, Yankton, and Brookings, 4 ESD teams on the outside looking in right now in what would be a Sodak 16. Further into the week ahead after tonight, the Governors are next in action at home. Well, they'll host Harrisburg on Friday night. They'll also host the O'Gorman Knights on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Aberdeen will play next on Thursday at Sioux Falls, Washington. That's boys basketball, the state of basketball. If we get an opportunity, we'll check in on the girls a little bit later on. But let's take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll go into keys to success. Conversations with the coaches, including Brent Norberg of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles later on. But we start with a former Golden Eagle herself. It's head coach Brianna Kuzler of the Pierre Governors in our Central Dakota Eye Care Keys to Success. That's next. That's in 3 minutes. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
At Avera Orthopedics, we're transforming pain into possibility every day. Whether you're chasing a personal best or simply want to enjoy life to the fullest, our specialized care is designed to help you feel better and stronger. We're here for you. No referral needed. Trust Avera Orthopedics to unlock a world of endless possibilities. Visit avera.org/orthopedics and start your journey from pain to possibility today.
Governors are at it again. Here we go with Keys to Success and head coach Brianna Kuzler on the road again, as we say, here in your old stomping grounds, Aberdeen Central. Coach, last week, last game against Brandon Valley was a pretty good ball game, but just a good offensive juggernaut that you faced in the Lynx, and a team that's been doing this to a lot of teams over the course of the season. Some teams are getting better and better, and they're proving it. I think in the case of the Govs, you're getting better and better, but you just haven't been able to pick up the victories along the way so far.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, we feel the same, that we're improving. You know, we'd be in a little bit of panic mode right now if we didn't feel that way, and now we need that to start producing some wins for us, because you know, wins, it just eases everybody. But I think continuing to progress the way that we have been on the offensive end, we've been getting, you know, I think against Brandon we had gotten about 55 shots up, and we want to be in that mid 50s, low 60s range of shots, and that tells me the tempo was up there pretty solid, and then dictating things. But at the end of the day, we talked about it in post game, we've got to start defending guys and holding them to under 50 points, at least under 55, to have a chance. And we're capable of it. It's just making a couple of those adjustments there and then limiting the second chance opportunities. I think our rebounding has been pretty solid. It's now just it's a difference of a couple possessions there, and credit Brandon in what they had done. I mean, they made us pay a couple mishaps, and that's what good teams are going to do, and that's what we want to be able to do. So continuing to be playing our best basketball heading into February here.
All right, a chance here against Aberdeen Central. They've had their struggles too, just a couple of wins on the year and out of 10 games. So what are you seeing out of this team that maybe contributes to their struggles? What can you exploit tonight? But then again, what problems are they going to cause for you?
You know, they any team that is hurting for a win is going to be a tough team to face. And they are one of those teams that they've done a lot of good things throughout the year. And they faced some tough competition at times. And so they're going to give everything that they have to knock us off tonight. I would say, you know, one of their areas of struggle is not really having some true guards. They have some tweeners where they don't necessarily have the firm inside presence that they've maybe had in the past, but they also don't have the true point guards that they've had. They have some of those guys who handle that responsibility. So our goal, you know, is to exploit them there and pressure full court, kind of up in the tempo and controlling the game that way from a defensive standpoint. Hopefully getting some simple scores for ourselves, but really forcing them to have to be conscious of what they're doing for 32 minutes. That's wearing on a team, especially if you don't have true ball handlers as your cast, you know. So that's something that we feel like we can exploit. But at the end of the day, we've got to just sit down and defend guys in the half court as well. Yes, we'd like to extend pressure full court, but not if that results in simple scores for them. So just continuing to play 5-as-1 team defense, and limiting their rhythm looks and getting the scores that we want then on the other end.
There's memories of players that come in. You come in here and people just take over games, and I know that was the case the last time we were here 2 years ago. Yeah. I don't know if they have that, but you did mention Brendan Phillips the other night, and the guy that you'll have to watch out for. And I think that's the big thing is really making sure that somebody on that team doesn't have a chance to take over the game.
Yeah, adjusting as they go. Phillips is certainly their motor, and he's the kid that has the most experience in this team. You know, we're mid-season, everybody has experience now, but he certainly has that varsity experience from previous years coming in, and so he's a guy that we're going to need to slow down and make things difficult, because he needs to be shooting the ball in order to have success for them. So we want to force more shots that we want and fewer shots that they want from him.
All right, hey Coach, soak it in. All right, have a good time
tonight.
Thank you. See you after the show. There's Brianna Kuzler, the head coach of the Pierre Governors. Coach's comments and keys to success are sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care. We'll hear from them in just a moment, but the coach certainly in her old stomping grounds, Aberdeen Central, and earlier she was walking around, as she said, like she owns the place. I said, you might as well. Your picture is all over the walls, and Brianna Kuzler, a 2016 graduate of Aberdeen Central, a year in which she was crowned both Miss Volleyball and was also named the Gatorade Basketball Player of the Year before a good career at Northern State as well. Coach's comments from the coach, Brianna Kuzler, sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's hear from them, and we speak with Brent Norberg, the veteran head coach of the Golden Eagles, when we come back with more Keys to Success. This is Governor Basketball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Our Keys to Success continue with the home head coach, Brent Norberg of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Coach, it's been a rough go of it, I know, so far this season. Last game out on Saturday, you kind of found out what Pierre Governors found out as well about Brandon Valley. It's a pretty good offensive ball club. It looks like they got you pretty good. How'd that game go overall? And, if it's like Pierre, they got off to a good start, but Brandon Valley just kept making shots throughout the game, and it was a tough offensive team to get a stop against.
Yeah, we had some opportunities. I thought we did a pretty good job at taking away their inside game, which is key against them. And we had some chances early if we could have put some possessions together and score and be in it. And I think we had a wide open 3 to cut it to 4. We miss it. They hit a 3. They steal it. They hit another 3, and all of a sudden it's 11-12 at halftime. But they're tough to stop because they have so many things they can come at you with and so many ways they can score. We tried to take away their bigs and we did okay, but then Delaney and all the guards got us. So, we finally have got to the point where we're healthy. We had some injuries, a lot of illness and stuff. So hopefully we can start getting back. But yeah, we struggled against them a little bit in the second half.
Next opportunity here against the Govs. You're already halfway through your season, which I think is more games than most teams have played so far. But I guess that as you get people back, you are kind of. I guess you would say, in mid-season form, because here we are. What's the next challenge posed against the Governors tonight?
Well, we got to handle their pressure and the zone defense and the zone press. And then last year we lost the game because they just killed us on the glass. They just outworked us. We have some decent size, so we should be able to rebound better, but it doesn't always work that way. You got to rebound all 5 guys, the guards. But, taking care of the ball and rebounding are always a key for us and a lot of teams, but it really is important for us because if we don't turn it over, then we usually are pretty good on offense. We get some good looks. And then defensively, we've been okay to where if we're not giving up easy baskets, we can make teams work pretty hard to get shots, and hopefully that continues. But if we turn it over, it seems to lead to points. And we just can't give up 8-0, 6-0 runs. We just can't recover from those.
As you get people back, how do you feel offensive consistency is going to start to gel for you?
Well, I hope it gels. We've got, Brendan Phillips has been really consistent. He's probably a 15, 16 point a game scorer for us. Colby Down has really started to play better offensively. We need some more guys that can be more consistent, a little more aggressive. I think we've got some guys a little too unselfish. We need to get some more stuff at the rim. We got to find easy ways. We don't shoot it very well. We had a couple of guys, but we're not a great 3-point shooting team, so we got to get some stuff at the rim.
I always feel like Aberdeen Central, it's just hard to look and see that you're 2-8. There's just too many good athletes in this school, don't you feel?
Well, it's never fun to look at that, but we had a lot of inexperience coming, and we didn't get off to a very good start, and we had 4 games at the beginning where you'd like to think that we were competitive and all. We didn't find a way to win any of them. And once you do that, then all of a sudden it kind of snowballs on you a little bit. But we just right now we're limited in the ability to really make plays with the ball going at the speed we want to go, and we're trying to get better at that. And just finding our rhythm. And every time we started to feel and get an identity, then we lost 2 kids to illness or somebody got hurt or something. So we're hoping if we stay healthy here and get consistent, we can play the way we hoped we would all year.
I look at the size that you have on your team, and I guess I wonder a little bit about your ability to push the tempo and things like that. Do you try to, or do you want to slow the tempo a little bit against Pierre tonight?
Well, we have a hard time doing that because if we do that, we have a hard time getting our stuff. We've played a certain way a long time. The only thing different is we want to be good in transition, but then I think we have the ability to, in the half court, slow down. So we'll still go fast, but we won't necessarily shoot it fast. So we don't want to put the pressure, try to get the defense on their heels, and then hopefully we can get some stuff at the rim.
All right. Any other keys to success tonight?
Just take care of the ball.
All right.
Yep.
Coach, appreciate your time. As always, good luck.
Yep.
The guy who's been around the game a long time, Coach Brent Norberg of the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. Coach's comments, keys to success, are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. Let's pause for 2 minutes, and we're back with the starting lineups with the Envirotech starters. When we return, 2 minutes, our Bank West pregame show continues. This is Governor Basketball.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
This is Coach Scott Nye from your Pierre Governors and the team at Ranky Gray Wealth Management, where we focus on coaching something just as important, your finances. Everyone needs guidance through life's key financial decisions and challenges, not to mention the opportunity to feel confident that their retirement strategy will help them pursue the lifestyle they've dreamed about. As you're looking for the right team to assist you, we're right up the street and ready to provide you the help that can make all the difference. Contact our Pierre office today by visiting rankygray.com.
Basketball. Whether it's on the court or the open road, we're here to keep you moving forward with reliable vehicles for every drive. When you're ready to upgrade your ride this season, come see us at Beck Motor Company. From SUVs to trucks, we've got the perfect vehicle for your winter adventures. Visit Beck Motor Company for all your automotive needs. Beck Motor Company, making a great deal better. 605-224-5912. BeckMotors.com.
Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
Bank West pregame continues. Welcome back to Aberdeen Central. It's the Golden Eagles against the Governors, and it's time for our Envirotech starting lineups. Brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre as we meet the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles tonight. A pair of 6'1 guards. They have a sophomore in Luke Swanson, but a senior as well in Colby Dowan. Coach Brent Norberg saying he's starting to play a little bit better as the season progresses. Pair of forwards include Brendan Phillips, a 6'5 senior, leading scorer on this team, 15 or 16 a game, along with Jacob Weisar, a 6'4 senior as well. And a big man in the middle, Jack Birch, is a 6'5 junior. So Luke Swanson, Colby Dowan are the guards, Brendan Phillips and Jacob Weisar the forwards. Jack Birch is in the post for the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles at 2 and 8. Head coach Brent Norberg is assisted by Colton McClemens, Trent Kurtz, Oliver Doden, and Leighton Rolfs. The Envirotech starters for the Pierre Governors, nothing's changed there as they start with Luke Olson, the 5'11 senior, who of course has to play big each time out for the Govs. Sawyer Sonnenschein, the shooter at 5'8 and a senior, along with Dawson Getz. Speaking of shooters, the 6'3 senior. He's played really well in both games. Last week, Getz will try to keep things going as well. Forwards are Eladio Simmental, the 6'1 senior, and Corday Austin, the 6'3 junior for the Govs, with Sonnenschein, Simmental, Austin, Olson, and Getz, the starting five for Brianna Kuzler, assisted by Skip Kurth, Brevin Kaiser, Cooper Hartley, and Craig Ullman. The Governors are 3 and 6 on the season. Looks like they will do starting lineups on the floor before our national anthem. So let's hear from Envirotech, and also we'll hear from the Attorney General's Office, Consumer Protection Division, our game officials, and our law on the court coming up next in 1 minute. This is Pierre Governor Basketball.
Envirotech makes life a little bit simpler. No matter what the circumstances, no matter what is handed to you, Envirotech has you covered. One call is all it takes to have easy setup, easy pickup, and easy payment. Call Envirotech at 224-4804 or use their website to pay your bill online at envirotechwaste.com. Use the mobile app Waste Connect. Check their website or receive a robocall for collection schedule due to weather or holidays. Envirotech has you covered.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986.
South Dakota Attorney General's Office Consumer Protection Division gives us our law on the court. These are our game officials licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball. And as always, we thank our game officials for doing what is oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sports. Tonight's officials are Luke Anderson, Chris Long, and Lucas Pearson. Chris Long, among others, actually among these guys coming from Press Show to officiate, with Luke Anderson and Lucas Pearson as well. That's our game officials, our law on the court. Thanks, guys, for being our law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. A 2-minute break, and we're back to tip it off. That's next, sponsored by Comtech. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball, your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security, and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX-FM, Pierre. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Superior Concrete is proud to sponsor the Governors this season, and just as proud to offer the finest concrete solutions available for commercial and residential applications, as well as foundation and flat work. The bottom line, if you need anything done with concrete, we can do it. Superior Concrete. Give us a call today for an estimate or more information. That's Superior Concrete. Find us on Facebook or call the office at 605-494-0102. That's 494-0102. Call today.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? Live Ticket TV has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as a basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 an hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 3. That's 833-605-5483, extension 3, and punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Welcome back. It's Aberdeen Central providing the opposition and the hospitality for the Pierre Governors tonight. We're at Golden Eagle Arena, and our Comtech opening tip has been controlled by Aberdeen Central. A little bit change in color scheme tonight. Aberdeen Central is in a blackout theme. They're trying to black out Kansas, so they've got road blacks on tonight, and they've asked the Pierre Governors to bring their home whites. And the first shot of the night is up and in. A baseline jumper, good for Jacob Weishar, fed by Brendan Phillips. 15-footer down, and the Golden Eagles are off to a 2-0 start. So the Governors in white, and they'll move from left to right or near court to far from our vantage point as you watch this one on drgnews.com on the DRG News smartphone app. Sawyer Sonnenschein going to fire first for the Govs. 18-footer, left side, no good, but Dawson Getz will run down a keep alive, and the Governors will get another opportunity. Luke Olson will drive left side. He'll stop. He'll go. He'll feed on the baseline. Corday Austin's shot is interrupted, kept alive by Sonnenschein. His putback is blocked, but Austin will get another opportunity. Boy, the Governors just kept right after the rebounds, and they've got 3 offensive boards on that opening set. Even though there was a good block shot by the Golden Eagle defense, here's Aberdeen Central firing underneath, and Brendan Phillips will be fouled by Eladio Simmental. There's one thing Coach Norberg mentioned in our pregame conversation. He said some guys have been a little bit too unselfish, and I really thought in that last sequence that maybe Jack Birch had an extra pass on that little break opportunity for the Golden Eagles. I think he had an open layup, but he passed across to Brendan Phillips. Phillips hits the first of 2. The foul on Simmental is the first whistle in the game. And Phillips' second one, 3-4 bounces on the rim. It'll finally fall through, so the Golden Eagles have a 4-2 lead. We're a minute and a half into this one so far. And again, the Govs in white. It's the Golden Eagles in black with the royal blue numbers and striping down the side, gold trim as well. Here on the far end of the floor, Corday Austin feeds to Luke Olson. He tries to dribble into the paint, but he loses the basketball, and we've got a loose one, but Aberdeen Central picks it up. And still sitting on the floor, player ruled for a traveling violation. I believe that was Colby Dowan who came up with it on a nice hustle play, but as he rolled over and spun, a traveling call, and the Governors essentially keep the basketball. Could be a trading of turnovers, but we'll just keep those off the stat sheet. Olson was open for 3, but he looks to drive instead. Birch closes that off. Olson backs it back out. Now back to the baseline again. Feeds back to Dawson Getz. Getz with a running one-hander. Will not go. That's off the front of the rim, and Weisar down with a rebound. Pierce still trailing 4-2 early on. First quarter just underway. Girls game is on KGFX and at Riggs High Gym. Justin Cowart will have the call on that one. We'll keep you updated. Here's Sonnenschein trying for a reaching steal attempt but won't get it. He'll put a bump on Luke Swanson, and Sawyer is called for his first personal. Aberdeen's shot clock will refresh with 5:33 to go, opening quarter. Eagles moving right to left or far court to near. Caleb Brozick on camera. Got that one with the help of Live Ticket, as usual, helping us out. There's a nice extra pass underneath, but Birch in point-blank range, too much on it. Simmental is down with the rebound. Eagles missed a golden opportunity. Simmental went coast to coast, but he misses the layup, and the rebound is down to the Eagles. Here comes Swanson across the timeline. Luke gives off to Birch again, out on top. Nope, this is Swanson here. It's Dowan who is setting things up on the top. Now they get it outside. Phillips looking for 3 from the wing. That's a little bit short. Rebound is down to Corday Austin. Up ahead to Dawson Getz. Left corner with it, Sonnenschein. He'll bring it back around. Olson swings it over to Dawson Getz online, but this 3 ball is off the front of the rim and will not go. Here come the Eagles again, trying for fast break opportunities. Governors got back defensively with a nice job there. Swanson up to Dowan. 4:30 to play, first quarter, 4-2 Aberdeen Central. Good starts for both teams, but a little bit colder since. Swanson will leave it down to Jacob Weisart down here in the left corner. Right down in front of us. Shot clock is under 10 now, down to 7 and 6. Left-handed hook, fed. And a nice finish there for Jack Birch. Colby Dowan with the assist. Thought that was a tough-looking shot for Birch. He didn't really square up, but he got the hook to go. Here's a nice feed. Simmental underneath to Austin, and Corday on the reverse. Up and in with a right hand. He's got all 4 for the Governors so far. It's 6-4. Here in a 2-2-1 full court press, but Aberdeen breaks it. They get it to Birch. He feeds underneath to the streaking Colby Dowan, who will put it up and in. And the Eagles go up by 4 again, 8-4. Olson penetrating underneath. Pass is tipped, but a nice receive for Austin, who does it again. Corday 3 for 4 now. It's 8-6. And now suddenly the offense picking up on back-to-back trips for both teams. Loose dribble, but Swanson will feed Dowan with a baseline drive, and he'll score. Governors were there defensively, but Dowan just made a little bit better of a play, and it's 10-6 Aberdeen Central. 3:10 to go. We're in the first. As Austin feeds to Olson, and on the cut, Luke Olson will put his first shot up and in. 10-8. The Govs have scored on their last 3 trips. Here's a 3-ball. Looking for it is Swanson. Long rebound off the miss. Pulled down by the Eagles, and Jack Birch will feed back to Dowen, who will score again. 3 in a row for Dowen, and suddenly the Eagles are hitting 5 out of 7 in this first period. 12-8, Aberdeen Central. Austin will try for the return effort. Baseline shot no good. It was Olsen there for a rebound, but he is pushed from behind, and the Eagles will be dinged for their first team foul. And let's see, from my vantage point, Swanson has it as I hear the announcement, but I don't have a view from the big scoreboard, and I don't think there is any place else I can see who the fouls will be on, so we'll do our best to keep up to date with that. First subs in the meantime as Lincoln Dilgis is on for the Governors. Sawyer Sonnenschein out. Carter Schuffelbein is also in for Pierre in place, well, of Sonnenschein. Dilgis is in technically for Eladio Simmental. Now Olsen trying to feed inside to Dawson. Dawson unable to reach it. It'll go out of bounds. Turnover number 1 for the Governors, but Dawson having a couple of words with the official. Well, according to Dawson didn't see him get pushed from behind. 12-8, Aberdeen Central in front. Inside, outside, ball movement pretty good, but here's a Schuffelbein steal. Aberdeen will lose it for the first time, but the push ahead is taken back away. Bryson Burgard on for the Golden Eagles as he comes up with the loose basketball. Eagles trying to finish a fast break, and Pierre will knock it away out of bounds. Also, Turner Bergen, a 6'2 junior, in for the first time for the Eagles. Dawson now will check out as the Eagles will get an inbound play from underneath. And Sutton Sonnenschein, the sophomore, on for the first time. The inbound comes right to the left side, and a baseline attempt. It'll be no good. Christian Palmer, a 6'4 senior, unable to hit. Austin is there for a rebound, and he is pushed from behind. Second team foul for the Golden Eagles. And again, unable to see who that one is on. I set myself up straight off from the big board on this near end of the floor. Here's Olsen feeding underneath to Dilgis. That's too tall. And the pass will go out of bounds. So now back-to-back turnovers for the Governors. Some ups and downs for Pierce so far here in this first quarter of play. 1:35 left to go. In the first stanza, 12-8, Aberdeen Central with the lead and the basketball. Phillips' first pass, they get it down to the corner, but Sonnenschein will pick off a miscommunication pass. And as Sutton Sonnenschein feeds it up ahead, Corday Austin makes the move in the lane, and he's got his 4th bucket down. Here back within 2 again, 12-10. The Governors have not led in this game so far. A 3 in the corner, right side. This time it's no good. The attempt by Palmer. Pierre down with the rebound. Here's Dilgis underneath, but the turnaround left-handed bunny will not go. Then we head the other way again. Governors with it, or I should say the Eagles with it. In the final minute, 45 seconds counting down. A deep 3 for Brendan Phillips is up no good. Rebound tipped out and controlled by Burgard. Second chance opportunity here, and underneath they'll feed. Phillips with the assist, and Turner Bergen is good for 2. Eagles rebounding pretty well. Both teams getting offensive boards. But Aberdeen Central on the last couple of trips has had a couple of second chances, and they lead 14-10, under 20 seconds to play. Pierre, with the shot clock off, will try for a last shot opportunity. Olsen has it near center circle on a 94 full 94-foot court. Olsen puts it in motion. He splits defenders, and the left-hander is good with the leaner. Luke with 4, and a heave-ho at the end of the quarter is off the left side of the backboard. Fun first quarter of play, but Aberdeen Central maintains the lead. They have a 14-12 advantage on our Gales Gas Service scoreboard, sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. 2-point Aberdeen lead. We'll take a 60-second timeout. Go to quarter number 2 next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Allied Plus.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Protect what matters most with the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, American Family Insurance. Our personalized insurance solutions ensure you're covered, no matter what life throws your way. From home and auto to farm, commercial, and life, we tailor policies to fit your unique needs. With our dedicated team and exceptional service, you'll have peace of mind knowing you're in good hands. Contact the Brittany Scheffelbein Agency, LLC.
Best of luck
Back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Putback is good for Dawson Getz, and the Governors pull us even here at 14-14. We were tied at 2-2, but other than that, Aberdeen Central led by either 2 or 4 points through that first period of play. Down to the baseline, Colby Dowling dribble is knocked away, but it's picked up by Swanson, or is that Burgard in the corner? His three-pointer is no good. And then the Governors win the race to the rebound, and Brianna Kuzler will get a timeout. So Pierre able to get a play stoppage as we've got a 14-14 tie. Early second period timeouts brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling. Let's pause for 30 seconds, and we're back with more Governor basketball.
Competition to the Pierre Governors from Black Sheep Agronomy, your local agronomy experts. Black Sheep Agronomy wants you to have a successful farm plan, and they're focused on products and practices that work in this region. As community members themselves, Tyler, Tice, and Austin support area students who work hard in their school and extracurricular activities. Good luck, Governors, from Black Sheep Agronomy. Call 842-6104 for all your agronomy needs.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Golden Eagle Arena, the side of boys basketball tonight. Riggs High Gym on KGFX, the side for girls hoops. We'll get an update on that one maybe by the time we get to halftime. We've got 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Glad to have you aboard here this evening. Governors off of a timeout. They have 7 on the shot clock, and Luke Olson on the top of the key, going to dribble into the trees, and he will run into a brick wall by the name of Jacob Weisar. And he left his feet, came back down, and Olson just didn't see Weisar there. It's going to be a traveling violation. 4th turnover for the Govs, as Eladio Simmental will get ready to check back in. Pierre defending on this near end of the floor. Aberdeen Central once again in dark uniforms tonight. The Governors are in the home whites on the visiting court. They get one inside. Phillips unable to hit. Weisar with a second opportunity has the rebound. He's fouled on the way back up. In fact, he tried to put an alley-oop return back up and in, but the Governors have him on the hold. And 2 free throws coming here for Weisar. Caleb Brozic, can you see that board to see who the fouls are on? I might need your help to let me know how many fouls everybody's got. Weisar to shoot 2, and the first one is up and good. And it looked like Sutton Sonnenschein called for the foul for the Governors. Weisar hits the second end of them. Aberdeen back in front, 16-14. Pierre, no leads yet, but 2 ties in this first half of play. Simmental back on for the Govs, has it left wing. Had it knocked away, but he retrieves it, gets it to Dawson Getz. Now Luke Olson back to Getz, looking for space to fire a 3, and it's good. From the left side, Dawson Getz. A week ago tonight, he had 7 bangers out at Douglas. Now gets his first one here tonight. He has 5 points. Loose basketball, but the Eagles will pick it up. Weisar near half court. He'll get it back to Phillips here on the near side. Governors, by the way, have their first lead with that 3 ball down. It's 17-16. 5:45 to go. We're in the second period. Down to the right corner. Eagles will bring it back out. Luke Swanson Swings it over near side. Dowan crosses over against Scheffelbein and a nice feed underneath. Jack Birch with the bucket, up and in. Eagles back in front, 18 to 17. Dowan's pass threaded the needle, at least 2, maybe even 3 Governors in the pass pattern. Here is Getz pulling up for a long 2. The 18-footer on the right side of the top of the key is good, and Dawson Getz with 7, all of which have come here in the early goings-on of the second period. It's a 3 for Phillips this time. Birch tries to keep it alive, and it'll be ruled Aberdeen Central basketball, but the officials will confer, and they'll get this one right, I think, as it was Birch who knocked it away out of bounds. A couple of times Brendan Phillips has tried a long three-pointer, but he's 0 for 3 so far. Pierre leads 19-18, 5-5 to go. Quarter number 2. Pierre trying to keep some momentum going. Both of these teams could use some victories. The Governors are 3-6, playing their 10th game of the season. Aberdeen playing their 11th game. Are 2-8. Getz got somebody to fly by. He steps inside the arc. Shot is up. It will not go this time. Birch will get to the rebound for the Eagles. They'll move it up ahead. Phillips gets caught underneath the basket, unable to hit the shot. Corday Austin with the rebound, and he will be fouled as he advances up the floor. Colby Dowan with his first, 2-3. And that is his first personal. Team foul number 1 for the Eagles in the second period. 4:37 left to play in the first half. A lot of back and forth now between these two teams. Pierre with a 19-18 advantage. Very evenly matched ball game. Obviously this one could easily go down to the wire. Here comes Getz on the run again. And this one up short. And a loose basketball run down to the corner. And as Brent Norberg senses trouble for his ball handler, he'll take a timeout here with 4:14 to play in the second period. A Coca-Cola break in the action. We pause for 30 seconds. The Govs lead by 1, 19-18. You're listening to Governor Basketball.
Black Hills Vacation Home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
18, welcome back to Aberdeen. First report from Justin Cowart covering the Governor girls game. The Governors lead Aberdeen Central 14-12. Pierre is 4-4 in girls hoops. Aberdeen Central is 7-3. Eagles with it here, but a tip and a takeaway of a pass and a breakaway layup good for Luke Olson. So a turnover turned into points by the Governors. And they have their first 3-point lead tonight, 21-18, under 4 minutes to go. Entry pass into Turner Bergen, back in for the Eagles. Here's Phillips to the right baseline, and his pass is stolen again by Luke Olson. And another breakaway layup for Luke, who has 8 points now, back-to-back steals and breakaways for Luke Olson, one of the senior leaders for this Governor squad. Here's Bergen on the left baseline, 15-footer, no good. Birch with the offensive rebound and falling away, but he'll put it up and in. Heck of a play for Jack Birch off of the initial miss by the Eagles. They're back within 3 now, 23-20. On the move with it here is Caden Aharts. He stops and then turns around, but falling away, is unable to hit. Misses everything on that one. It'll go out of bounds. And with 3:01 left in the first half, Aberdeen Central will have it back. Pierre got a little bit of a flurry to take that 5-point lead. Now back to 3. Trying to keep the offensive pressure coming, especially it's starting lately with defense. Jacob Weisar, one of the bigs, back on. He's got it top of the key. Quickly over to Phillips near side. He'll feed to Weisar again. Kept his foot on the floor as he faked a shot. Now Aharts will steal a Weisar pass. Caden the other way. Breakaway is good against two defenders. That's 3 times the Governors have stolen passes and gotten breakaway layups. On the last 3 baskets they've scored, 25-20. Olsen with another tip and a steal. This one is a Luke Olsen breakaway. Boy, Pierre's defense is really controlling this ball game right now. Aberdeen Central's got to settle things down and figure things out. With 2:23 to play, the Governor lead is suddenly 7. It's 27-20 as we take a 60-second Coke break this time. Timeouts brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. This is Governor Basketball.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Getting ready to head out to the game or getting back afterwards? DJ Senix is a must before or after your travels. DJ Senix has a great selection of hot and cold snacks. They're second to none for your choice of hot or cold beverages too. And when you're heading out, be sure to fuel up with quality from the pumps at DJ's with 3 different grades. Back late? No problem. DJ's features pay at the pump convenience 24 hours a day. DJ Senix, 507 West Sioux in Pierre. Your choice for quality service and selection.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
27-20, the Governors lead. It was 14-12 Aberdeen at the end of 1, but right now the Governors on a 15-6 run here through the second period, and they're doing it with defense, turning into easy transition baskets. Aberdeen has turned the ball over 6 times, and the Governors right now have 6 steals. 4 of which have turned into breakaway layups. 3 for Luke Olsen and 1 for Caden Aharts here in the recent proceedings of the second period. Pierre called for a foul, and that'll go to Aharts. Dawson Getz, number 10. Okay, thank you, Caleb Brosick. He's the one that can see the scoreboard. Getz will check out with his first personal, team foul number 2. 2 minutes to play here in the first half, and the Governors, part of the reason their defense has been working is, well, they've got the quickness in this 2-3 zone that has been getting the steals. Here is Weisar from the right elbow, however, fed by Colby Dowling. Weisar with the turnaround shot up and good. He has 6. The Governors lead by 5. 27-22. Ahart's trying to force a lob in, a little too high for Eladio Simmental. Turnover number 5 for the Governors. And now Dowling on the corner. Baseline closed off by Luke Olsen. Back to Weisar. Up top it goes, and Weisar has it again from Brendan Phillips. Now Dowling from the corner. Still 15 on the shot clock. Dowling tried to get it inside to Birch, but Corday Austin tips and steals. He'll go the distance. Oh, and an offensive foul is called as Austin, well, he lowered the shoulder just a little bit. Colby Dowling, don't know if he had position, but I suppose when you lower the shoulder and go right into the torso of the defender, it turned into an easy call after all. Still another good defensive play by the Governors, but Aberdeen Central able to defend this time. Turnover for Pierre on the offensive foul. Now with a .05 to play. Here's Weisar again, and 16-footer off the left elbow this time. Austin up high with a rebound off of the miss. Aberdeen Central hasn't missed a lot from inside the arc. They still trail by 5. Simmental to Aharts underneath, but just a little too far under the basket. Caden couldn't put it down. Weisar rebounds. Back we go with Aberdeen Central right to left. Far court to near. Here's a 3-ball right side that will not go. Olsen is there for the rebound. The miss for Phillips, who's 0 for 4. Olsen up ahead. Simmental cannot get the finish this time. Tough night for Eladio so far. Phillips is down with it, and he'll bring it across the timeline. It's 6-5. He's the one running the point, but he does give it off to Luke Swanson to set the offense up. Eagles can play for the last shot now. They trail 27-22. The Governors, with a lot of defense turned into offense to spearhead the movement here in the second period. 5 seconds to go to 3. Top of the key, Swanson to Weisar on the cut, and the shot is blocked. No foul called. It's a miss for Turner Bergen. Nice effort by the Eagles, but a great play by Dawson Getz, who gets the block to close out our first half of play. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, the Governors will lead by 5 going into the break. It's 27-22, the Govs leading the Golden Eagles. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Halftime coming up after a 3-minute timeout. That's sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, at the Capitol Creek Center Plaza on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. 27-22 Governors. This is Governor Basketball and your official home of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
At Dakota Behavioral Health, we offer comprehensive mental health services, including medication management. With offices in Pierre and Winter, we provide in-person and telehealth appointments to fit your schedule. Whether you're managing anxiety, depression, stress, or other concerns, our compassionate team is here to help. We are currently accepting new clients, so take the first step toward better mental health today. Call Dakota Behavioral Health at 605-702-6769 or visit dakotabh.com to schedule your appointment.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Explore the 2023 Lincoln Navigator at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Every time you approach your Lincoln, you'll receive a recarpet welcome. Twin turbocharged 3.5 V6 engine with auto start stop technology. You'll travel confidently with technology that meets all your needs. Now you can get the 2023 Navigator for 5.9% at 72 months. Stop in to see the full vehicle lineup at Capital City Ford in Lincoln. Capital City Ford in Pierre, South Dakota.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
Every new year requires new parts, and that's why you need to check out the updated Grossenberg Parts Catalog for specials on planter parts and many other items to help you prepare for planting season and the rest of the year. Ask about our large selection of hydraulic hose fabrication ends and hoses, plus batteries and chargers to get you through those cold January nights. Stop by one of our 9 locations today or go to grossenberg.com for more details. Grossenberg Implement, where service is the other half of a great product.
Advertising can be a struggle. Where to spend your money? Are you reaching the right audience? If you are looking for an effective method that reaches a large fan base at once, then here's your ticket with Live Ticket TV. With over 90 schools in the state of South Dakota, we can help you advertise locally with just your team or reach the region and state. Plus, a portion of all sales go directly back to the school. Get a hold of Todd Sandel today and let's get started in building your brand with Live Ticket TV.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're smart enough to know
we're big on you.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
Ready to gain an edge in your career? Tide Machinery's Service Technician Apprenticeship Program is designed for anyone wishing to become a diesel mechanic working on Case IH equipment through full-time, on-the-job training. Enjoy hands-on work experience, learn from factory-trained service experts, and apply your knowledge from school directly to your work with this unique program opportunity. Become a titan in the industry and grow with a dealership that invests in you at Tide Machinery, Highmore, Miller, and Pierre, your local Case IH dealer. Visit TitanMachinery.com/careers to learn more.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
Do you have a pest problem? Got bats, ants, termites? Family owned and operated, Olson's Pest Technicians have had over 50 years experience taking care of pest problems in places across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa. Utilizing brilliant methods such as Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatment for bed bugs. There's no pest too tough for Olson's Pest Technicians. If you have pest problems, call 800-KILL-BUGS.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Aberdeen Central will be the next team to play between these two, and they will be here hosting Sioux Falls, Washington. That'll be on Thursday. Governor boys are in action Friday night and Saturday afternoon. Friday night they host the Harrisburg Tigers, and then take that back. Friday night, the Govs, I'm looking at the girls' sheet. Let's go. Friday night with the Governors hosting Harrisburg, and then Saturday afternoon they will host the O'Gorman Knights. That's slated for a 3 o'clock start time. We'll be on the air Saturday at 2:30, on the air Friday at 6:30. From Rigside Gym for the boys, the girls' games as they'll play at O'Gorman on Friday night, but they'll wait till next Tuesday to play at Harrisburg. Meanwhile, we're back at it, second half underway, and the Colby Dowan to Jacob Weisar connection. Weisar, a good mid-range jump shooter. He has 8 points now to lead the Eagles as they score first. Second half throw in, like the opening tip, was sponsored by Comtech on the lower truck bypass in Pierre. 27-24. Governors lead. Dawson gets to Corday Austin with Luke Olson, Sawyer Sonnenschein, and Eladio Simmental with 8 on the shot clock. Luke Olson will eye the mark. Top of the key. He reins in a banger. The 3 ball is down, and Pierre leads by 6, 30-24. Ole leading all scorers with 13 points right now. Brian Oakland play-by-play. It's William Wilson in studio, and Caleb Brozick running camera for Live Ticket. Here's Brendan Phillips looking for the answer. His 3 ball will not go. Dawson Getz has the rebound. The Governors again in white tonight as Aberdeen Central blacking out against Cancer. It's a Corday Austin 3-pointer, no good, but a Luke Olson offensive rebound. He'll feed to Getz. Getz drives baseline left side, but his runner is up no good. Weisar down with the Aberdeen Central rebound. Eagles will head in the other direction. Left to right, near court to far. Sonnenschein had a hand on the ball, but can't get it taken away from Weisar, who picks it back up. He gets it out to Luke Swanson. His 3-pointer is no good. Weisar, though, gets another rebound, this one on the offensive end, and that is up and good. The Eagles are not hitting the threes tonight, which basically has been the issue for them partly this season, according to Coach Brent Norberg, but second chance baskets have helped their cause, and they're still trailing within 4, 30-26. Foul on the floor goes to 5-0. Number 5, Phillips, Brendan Phillips with his first. Governors with the basketball once again. That's the first team foul for either team in the second half. We're 2 minutes in. Olson hesitates, then drives. He gets it to Austin on the right baseline, but his shot is blocked by Phillips. And Olson coming down with it, but the last steps that Luke Olson took were out of bounds, and that'll be ruled OB for the Govs. So a defensive stop there for the Golden Eagles. And they're trying to cut into a 4-point deficit now, 30-26. Over on the left end, the left wing, here's Dowan inside, and he'll feed underneath to Phillips, and that shot is interrupted and taken away by Corday Austin. Another good defensive play for the Governors. Here's Simmental. And now a nice feed. Austin can't get the finish. He gets a second chance, and he'll pull down another rebound. Couple of offensive boards for Corday Austin, and now as Luke Olson will try to penetrate from the top of the key, he'll get a push. And this goes to Luke Swanson. That'll be his second. Nobody's in real foul trouble yet tonight. With 5:19 left in the third period, Govs lead 30-26. Aberdeen Central with a 4-3 advantage to start the quarter, though. Eladio Simmental checking out. Caden Aharts, the 6'2 sophomore, first sub in for the Govs since halftime. Aharts had a bucket in that first quarter of play. Here's Luke Olson, and the first pass to the high post left side is on Austin, and this one will go to Colby Dowan. That's his second, but now Aberdeen Central in the first 3 minutes of this second half have 3 team fouls. Jacob Weisar checking out. Here's Sawyer Sonnenschein out of the inbound looking for 3, but that one is off the mark, no good. underneath Phillips with the rebound. Eagles will head in the other direction. It's still a 4-point lead, but now a pass that gets away and not connected with Phillips. It's Michael Dutenhofer, a 5'11 junior, who is in for the first time here in the second half. 8th turnover of the game for the Golden Eagles. It's the first time they've turned one over where the Governors didn't get a steal to result in the turnover. Olsen, nice drive. He'll lay it up and in with a kiss off the high part of the backboard. Luke Olsen with 5 in the quarter, 15 in the game, 32-26. Governors lead by 6 again. Their biggest lead has been 7. Dowen, right wing with it. Hands off to Swanson, and this will be a trip up on Caden Ahart's first foul for the Governors here in the second half, in the third quarter. His first personal. Inbounding from the near side is Dowen. Oh, Aberdeen Central catches in the front court, and then they go into the back. That might have been a backcourt violation. Instead here, Sonnenschein will get a foul up high on Luke Swanson. Sawyer will pick up number 2. Whistles coming with more regularity here early in the second half. Inbound to Phillips off the right block. He'll get it outside, back in on the penetration. Dowen with a kick out, and now a 3-ball hit by Luke Swanson. First 3 in 9 tries that finds its way down for the Eagles. They cut that 6-point deficit in half again. It's 32-29. Olsen right side finds Ahart's, back out left side, top of the key. Sonnenschein to Olsen. The answer is good. A 3-ball down for Luke Olsen, who is 8 for 8 on the floor tonight. 6 for 6 inside, 2 for 2 from the outside. 35-29, the 6-point lead is replenished. What a nice move inside. Shot up and good for Brendan Phillips for 2, his first field goal of the night. It's 35-31. Coach Norberg will take a timeout here. We'll pause for 30 seconds in this Coca-Cola break in the action. You're listening to Governor Basketball.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Use yet. Governors have used 1 timeout in this game. 3.5 minutes to go. We're in the third quarter. Carter Schuffelbein checking in. Had it momentarily. It is back to Luke Olsen. He'll find Dawson Getz, who drives left side and will lay it up and in over 2 defenders. Dawson gets his first field goal of the second half. He has 9, and the Govs lead by 6 again, 37-31. Another at 3, this time from the corner. No good, as Getz will pull down the rebound, the miss by Phillips, who has had a real struggle tonight offensively. Olsen wants another 3, but this time he will miss for the first time in the game. The Eagles have it with Weisar pulling it down again. Jacob Weisar's got a number of rebounds. He's actually getting maybe close to 10. Well, I've got him at 7 right now. 2:40 to go. We're in the third. This is Weisar down to the right baseline. Getz closes it off. He'll find Dutenhofer, who will drive, but his runner on the left side won't go. Corday Austin with a rebound for the Govs. He does have 10 rebounds. Here's Getz spinning to the low block left side. Body control. A job well done there by Dawson Getz. Pierre's biggest lead of the night is now at 8, 39-31, 2:15 left. Dutenhofer inside, bounces it out to Phillips. The extra pass here for Swanson, looking for another 3. This time it won't go. Loose ball on the floor, and Aberdeen will get an offensive rebound, and Coach Norberg apparently gets a timeout. So a good hustle play there for Colby Dowen, and we'll take another 30-second break. Actually, we can pause for 60 this time, as Aberdeen Central will use that. And this is a Coca-Cola timeout. The Govs lead by 8 in the third on River 92.7.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Our hash mark over the middle and wide open at the 30-yard line. Carter shuffle bind, touchdown. Here's Olsen, plenty of time, 3 seconds, gets to shoot, and it's good for 3.
From football, volleyball, and soccer to basketball, wrestling, and softball, follow the Pierre Governors on the official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and also on the River 92.7 page of the DRG News smartphone app and drgnews.com.
Briggs Trucking Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
This game, and we've got 10 minutes of play to go. Pierre on top, 39-31. Aberdeen's possession now is down to 5 seconds on the shot clock here. As their fans try to help them out, here comes Turner Bergen. He drives, but his dribble is stolen by Lincoln Dilgis. Dilgis just checked back in. First time in the second half. Here's Olsen, fed by Caden Aharts. He'll back it back out on the right side, but his dribble goes off of his foot, and that'll trickle out of bounds. First turnover for Pierre in the second half. Their 7th in the contest with 1:35 to go in the third period. In there briefly was Bryson Burgard. He'll check out. Colby Dowen back in. Dowen, good athlete. The kid, he's got a non-stop motor. He's played a good basketball game, and I think Aberdeen Central's really going to need more from him down the stretch here. Here comes Olsen. He'll tip it away from behind. Up ahead, Shufflebein with the loose pickup, and that is good on another breakaway layup for the Governors. Carter Shufflebein's first bucket of the night. A 10-point lead for the first time for Pierre, 41-31. The Eagles will set it up. First pass went down to the right corner. This is Jacob Weisar working on Dawson Getz defensively. Weisar into the lane. Nope, that's out around the perimeter. It might have been tipped. Here is Swanson. Out to Dowen again. Now Phillips open for 3 in the corner. He comes up short. He just doesn't have the rhythm tonight. Rebound is down to Aharts and the Governors. Their 20th rebound of the evening. Pierre back with it. It's Olsen inside to Getz from point blank range, and that is good. Dawson Getz with 13. Luke Olsen starting to add to the assist total. He has 4. Pierre looking good once again through the middle 2 quarters. You go back to last Tuesday at Douglas, they scored 45 points in the second and third quarters. They also played well in the middle periods at Brandon Valley Thursday. Luke Olsen got caught in the air. He comes down on top of Turner Bergen. Luke Olsen, did I hear he's picking up his 3rd personal foul here? Team's 3rd. 2nd personal for Luke. Sawyer Sonnenschein checking in. Dawson Getz will get a break for the rest of this third period. Pierre by 12 with 20 seconds to play in the third quarter. 43-31. Pierre trailed by 2 at the end of 1, but led by 5 at halftime. Now leading by a dozen with 10 seconds to go. Swanson tries to put it in motion. Shufflebein defending. Skip pass across the way. Dowen with a quick fire 3. That's an air ball. Rebounded by Aharts. Pierre will not have a chance to get a shot up from the distance of the court. But another fine third period for the Governors, and on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, they'll take a 12-point advantage to the fourth quarter. It's Pierre 43, Aberdeen Central 31. Scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre as we pause for 60 seconds. Quarter number 4 is next. You're listening to Pierre Governor Basketball on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
Scott Darnold back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
In the first possession, as Sawyer Sonnenschein feeds to Luke Olson. Olson hesitates and then spins around the defender. He had a wide open lane to the rack, and he scores. And then Aberdeen Central up the floor commits a traveling violation. The Governor defense is making them think twice yet again. 45-31, Pierre outscored the Eagles 16-9 in the third quarter of play. A bouncer across the timeline to Lincoln Dilgis. He starts the quarter. Here is Dawson Getz on the drive, trying to keep it alive, but he can't off of his own miss. And it's picked up by Turner Bergen. Eagles will head the other way. Governor defense has dictated the flow in this one, and we got a blocking foul on the floor out on the right wing. This will go against Caden Aharts. He'll pick up his second, first foul for either team in quarter number 4. Luke Swanson will check out for Aberdeen Central. And it is Michael Dutenhofer back in, the 5'11 junior. He'll run the point, taking the inbound pass. Back out to the near side, Colby Dowen. Down one dribble and a pickup. Aharts is right there with him. Dutenhofer has it now. Here comes Phillips. Left side on the drive. Dilgis gets a clean block. But Aberdeen's still with it. 15 still on the shot clock. Plenty of time. Dowen penetrates. Olson went for a steal, didn't get it. He'll find Phillips. Now it's Jack Birch. He's had a quiet second half. He keeps one alive, and there's Brendan Phillips for 3. And a timeout will be taken here. Or was it? Nope, didn't look like it. Well, looked like Chris Long was pointing to the Aberdeen bench. This might be a bench warning. Brent Norberg might have been a little too far out on the court. And Norberg is shouting from the other end of the floor. Aberdeen with just their second 3-ball down. Phillips with his first one good in 8 tries tonight. Kid that averages 15, 16 a game, has had his struggles. Governors break pressure, and Sonnenschein will feed to Aharts. He could have gone to Dilgis, but he comes to Aharts, cutting down the lane. A good pass and a good finish, and the Governors breaking pressure there. Sonnenschein with a couple of gives tonight, 47-34. Dowen wants another 3, won't get it here. Bergen with the rebound, but his putback is swatted, and it's Sonnenschein down with the board. And then he is hit upside the head. And the foul goes to Dowen, his third personal by my count. Here with a 13-point lead, which is their biggest of the night. Aberdeen meets Olson at half court. Olson with a jump pass to Getz. He will find Aharts down in the corner. Caden for 3, though no good. Bouncing across the rim to Phillips. Fast break up ahead, and Birch once again with another pass. I mentioned this earlier tonight. Coach Norberg talked about too many extra passes, and for the second time I really thought Jack Birch could have gone up for an easy layup, but his extra pass gets away this time, and it's out of bounds. Turnover number 12 for the Eagles. Pierre back with it again. Aharts and Sonnenschein playing bounce passes and catch in the backcourt. Now they get it across. 5:35 to play. Phillips and Sonnenschein tie up, and this will be a Brendan Phillips personal. Team foul number 2. Phillips second personal. Dowan will check out. Luke Swanson back in. Pierre will take a timeout. Just as Corday Austin had checked in for the Govs. We've got 5:36 to play in the fourth quarter. The Governors in command. They lead 47-34. This is a 60-second timeout for Pierre, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. This is Governor Basketball.
Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
It's 47-34. The Pierre Governors leading here. Governor Girls trying to cling to a lead. They lead 37-36 late in the third quarter at Riggs High Gym. That one on KGFX. Here's Luke Olson driving. Dilges with an offensive rebound. His putback won't go. Now Caden Aharts has it back. Here's Dawson Getz on the top of the key. With his feet on the arc, the shot is good. Well, the Governors with second and third chance opportunities here. And they up their lead to 15 for the first time tonight. Under 5 minutes to play, fourth quarter, 49-34. Luke Swanson on the right side with it. Picks his dribble up. And we'll find Weisar down on the wing. Inside it goes to Birch, but reaching around from behind is Corday Austin, who will pick up a second personal foul here with 2 as a team in the fourth quarter. Governors just 3 wins in 9 tries on the season. Aberdeen with just 2 out of 10 in the win column. As Olson trying to knock away the inbound pass that is pushed out up high. He runs over Swanson, and Luke Olson will pick up his, I think they said, second foul now. Another quick foul for the Govs. They've got 3 in the quarter. Dallin in. Dutenhofer out. The starting 5 back out there for the Golden Eagles. As Weisar inbounds from the near side. Under 4:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Governors in good shape, leading by 15. Olson knocking a pass away. Governor defense all season long. They've wanted to push the tempo defensively, and that has been the case, especially early on in the season, but that's really been the case once again here tonight. Weisar taking a bouncer from Swanson, and he turns around and puts it up and in. Jacob Weisar with 12 points. What I really like is mid-range jump shot. The kid has been on fire tonight and solid. Olson fakes a pass and drives, and he'll scoop it up and in with a right hand. Luke Olson is controlling this game himself, however. Quick math, he's got 22 points in this one. The Govs lead by 15 again. Phillips, 3-ball, good. Second in a row from Brendan Phillips. He missed his 7th in a row earlier, and I said earlier he just didn't have the rhythm, but he's looked good on these last 2. 51-39 as Olson drives. Oh, he got hammered, it looked like, but he goes up and the shot's no good. Swanson down with a rebound. He picks his dribble up across the timeline. Aberdeen can get back within 10 or even within single digits if they rain another long one in. Here's Weisar, top of the key. 3.5 to go in the fourth. Phillips on the right side, nowhere to go. Back to Swanson, penetration, back to the free throw line, and the pass to Weisar. Over pursuit by 2 Governor defenders. Weisar will drive and pull up from the middle of the paint, and he is fouled in the act of shooting. And Aharts picking, nope, that's 13 Dilges instead of Aharts. It's Lincoln's first. Team foul number 4, but 2 shots here for Weisar. And the first one is good. Carter Shufflebine will check in. Corday Austin out for Pierre. Austin got off to a great start in this game. Weisar's second one no good, but he gets his own rebound off of the front of the rim. He followed the shot, but Pierre triple teams him, and Carter Shufflebine will get the tip and the takeaway. 51-40, Pierre by 11 now. 3:05 to play in regulation. Gets right side to Aharts. He'll swing it around near side here to Luke Olson. Shufflebine on the top of the key. Has to get it back to Olson, but the pass was interrupted. Olson steals it right back from Weisar, who was on the floor. Coach Norberg wanted a timeout, but he didn't get it. Now Olson loses the dribble, and it's out of bounds. Coach Norberg says, never mind, as it'll be Aberdeen Central basketball. Still 51-40. This has been a physical basketball game. Even Coach Norberg, his voice travels a long way, but the officials couldn't hear it. He was able to save his last time out. Here's a pass through the hands of Birch underneath, but last touched by Pierre, and it'll be Golden Eagle basketball with still plenty of time in the possession. They'll throw in off the left side of the key underneath. 2:33 to play. Governors trying to win their second in their last three. In their third straight on the road. Here's Dilgis going up as he tries to block, but he didn't stay straight up. He swatted at it. Dilgis will be called for a foul that'll send the Eagles to the free throw line. And this is Luke Swanson, who will get a couple of opportunities from Charity Town. 2:27 to play in the fourth. First free throw attempt of the night for Luke Swanson. First one is up and no good. He's got 3 points, hit a three ball back in the second period. Eagles will send in Michael Dutenhofer for Jack Birch. They get smaller with that substitution. Weisar also checking out in place of Turner Bergen. So two of the three, the big three bigs, if you will, for the Golden Eagles checking out here. And now a late sub in here before the second free throw attempt. Sawyer Sonnenschein in, Carter Shufflebine will check out. One more coming for Swanson. It's taken a while to get this second one attempted. Now Swanson's opportunity is good. Swished that one on through for point number 4. The Eagles aren't going away. They're back within 10. It's 51-41. And a pass by Olson got away from Sonnenschein, but Dawson Getz picks up the loose basketball, and as he pump fakes, he'll draw a foul, and in the act of shooting, it'll be Dawson going to the free throw line. Colby Dowlin's third personal. Third team foul for the Eagles. That is Dowlin's fourth, in fact. And hold the presses. The Governors are attempting a free throw for the first time tonight, and Dawson Getz able to swish it through. We've got 2:18 left in regulation. First one good. Second one also good. 15 for Getz. Pierre by 12. It's 53-41. Outside of 2 minutes to go in regulation. Dutenhoff with a nice pass inside. The layup is good for Brendan Phillips, and he'll pick up a foul also. Chance at a three-point play. Luke Olson with his third. Trying to trail Phillips. One thing Aberdeen Central's done a real nice job of is Phillips misses the free throw. Getz will take the tip of the rebound. But they have dished out 14 assists in this game. They've moved the ball quite nicely to the tune of getting some offense, and now a timeout to be obtained by Brianna Kuzler just before a 10-second violation would have been called on the Govs. 1:58 to play, a 60-second timeout. Govs lead by 10 as you listen to Pierre Governor basketball on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Dakota Pro Air is a locally family-owned business that has been taking care of farmers' aerial needs since 2020. With locations in Letcher and Miller, Dakota Pro Air is able to provide service to a large area. Ground conditions too wet, or just don't want those sprayer tracks in your field? Give Dakota Pro Air a call for all your chemical and fertilizer application needs at 605-248-2314.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
You asked for it.
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The defense, as he outruns everybody to the near end of the floor, an easy layup for Olson as he tacks on another bucket. Now Pierre will foul and send Colby down to the free throw line in the bonus. Dawson gets the guilty party, his second personal. Foul trouble. You do have Dowen for Aberdeen Central with 4. Luke Olson has 3 for Pierre. Dowen at the stripe, though, missing his first opportunity this time. 55-43, the Govs by a dozen. In good shape to pick up victory number 4, although they do not get the rebound here. It's Phillips off of the Dowen miss from the stripe. Brendan Phillips starting to show up here in the fourth quarter. He has 10 points in the period, including a couple of threes. 14 points overall, and a foul on the floor for Aberdeen Central goes to Phillips. Their last to give here in the quarter with 1:36 to play. Aberdeen with full court, man pressure. The inbound comes to Caden Aharts. Back to Getz. Now Olson, and he'll get it across the time barrier. Governors can choose some time off the clock as Aharts gets it back to Olson. They'll play keep away. Olson out near half court against Phillips, and this will be a foul on Brendan Phillips, his 4th, and Luke Olson will get bonus free throws this time. The Eagles are hanging tough here, but it has been a difficult go of it so far. Aberdeen Central's 2 victories on this season have come at Watertown. That was back on January 14th. A 4-point win, and they beat Yankton here at home on January 4th, 57-49. Olson hit the first one. Second one is also good. Luke has had a huge basketball game tonight. Might end up with a season high. I believe he's got 24 right now. We'll check on that. BK, the Governor head coach, so going to take a 30-second Coca-Cola timeout. We're back after this quick 30-second break. You're listening to Governor Basketball.
Flights between Pierre and Minneapolis. Now you can book nonstop flights from Pierre to Minneapolis and Denver on Denver Air Connection. 1-hour flights on 50-passenger jets with fares starting at just $119 one way. Seats are limited and restrictions apply. Business, pleasure, a game, a winter getaway. It's easy when you fly from Pierre. Visit DenverAirConnection.com/Expedia to book your trip today. Skip the drive. Fly from Pierre Regional Airport. Minneapolis flights begin November 30th.
In a world back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Standout point guard Luke Olson helping Pierre to a 12-point lead. Colby Dowen drives but can't get one to go. Gets rebounds for the Governors. Pierre having some trouble now getting it across. Sonnenschein on a handoff to Aharts. He will come across, and Caden is fouled by Luke Swanson, which will be personal number 3 with an even 1 minute to play. And the Governors obviously can seal the deal here from the free throw line as Aberdeen Central is in foul mode. Pierre didn't attempt a free throw till the fourth quarter. Dawson Getz hit 2. Luke Olson has hit 2. Now Caden Aharts has the first one down on this trip. That's his 7th point off the bench for the Govs. And one more for the sophomore, also good. 6 for 6 from the stripe for Pierre. 59-45. Biggest lead of the night has been 15. They've been hanging around right there between 10 and 15 points for most of the fourth quarter. This is Dutenhofer on the baseline. A kick out and a quick fire 3 for Dowen. No good. Dilgis, though, will knock the rebound away. Sawyer Sonnenschein goes right in to the end of the bench and the folding chairs. Sawyer bounces back up. They move the water jugs back on that hustle play there. But it'll still be Eagle basketball. They'll throw in from the end on the far corner. 47 seconds to go. Govs are back home on Friday. They'll play Harrisburg. There's a nice pass and a good finish here as Phillips feeds to Luke Swanson. Swanson's first field goal tonight. 59-47, and Pierre with a timeout. And Coach Norberg still barking at the official right there, thinking maybe they had a clean swat at it. But this will be Olsen apparently coming to the free throw line. And Swanson will pick up his fourth. So three players with four fouls for Aberdeen Central. Somewhat inconsequential right now. They've only got 31 seconds left in this one, and the Governors look to add on to a 12-point lead. Olsen's first one too strong, though. The lead remains at 12 for the time being. Post-game coming up. It'll be sponsored by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Fort Pierre. We'll have a conversation with the head coach. Shooter's touch is good for point number 27 for Luke Olsen. On that second free throw, Pierre leads 60-47. There's Dutenhofer from the free throw line. Shot is up and good, and the final timeout will be gained by the Golden Eagles. One more break in the action, sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. We'll take it. 30 seconds with 24 seconds on the game clock. Back in 30. This is Pierre Governor basketball.
Your journey matters. And at Iverson Auto Group, we're here to get you on the road with a great selection of new and used vehicles and trailers, and keep you on the road with top-notch service, maintenance, and support. Every mile of your journey, the experienced team at Iverson Auto in Mitchell and Huron are here to help. Visit us in Mitchell and Huron or start your search at iversonauto.com to begin your journey today.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life.
Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union press box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Welcome back to Aberdabber. It's 60-49. The Governors about ready to salt away a victory over the Golden Eagles. They'll have the basketball, but this timeout, the last one to be used by the Golden Eagles. Once we sign off, by the way, there is more basketball on KPLO-FM, an old-fashioned I-90 rivalry. Boys basketball has Lyman at Jones County. The Lyman superintendent, in fact, Chris Long, is officiating this game here in Aberdeen. So maybe that's what he'll be listening to on the way home. Governors get it in. They break the pressure. Luke Olsen across the timeline. He wisely pulls it back out. He'll chew more time, although he'll be triple-teamed in a swarm of Golden Eagle defenders, and Colby Dowen going to pick up his fifth and final foul of the game. Dowen will foul out with 6 points, but I tell you what, that's a player that continues to improve according to Coach Norberg, and it's a guy who's all over the floor. He played a pretty good game tonight, 6 points, but he has, again, on my count, I've got him for 7 assists in this game. In fact, 6 of those came in the first half. So Luke Olsen shooting bonus free throws again. First one is down. The lead back to 12 with 15 seconds to play. And the second one also good. That's 29 for Luke Olsen. A season high, might be a career high. The Eagles let it run to a half court before picking it up. Swanson hands it off to Dutenhofer. Dawson Getz tips a pass, but is picked up by Weishar, who gets the baseline mid-range jumper. That's up and good. Pierre will be able to run the clock out from here, though, on the inbound. And there it is, your final horn, your final score on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors 62 and the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles 51. Pierre with a 11-point victory in this one as they improve their record to 4-6 on the season. The Golden Eagles will fall for the 4th straight time, and their record slips to 2-9 on the season. 62-51 on the scoreboard, which is sponsored by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Use their budget plan and keep full service. Stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. A 3-minute break, and your Family Dental postgame comes up. Conversation with the head coach. We've got big plays of the game after the full recap as well. Big plays sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics. We'll announce a Cowboy Country Store player of the game as well. All part of your Family Dental postgame. And we are back in 3 minutes as the Govs win tonight on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs. Call Family Dental at 224-7774 today.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it to replay this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play. Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. And all available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Welcome back to Aberdeen as a good ball game won by the Governors 62-51 in this one. It started out with a back and forth first period. Didn't seesaw scoring wise back and forth, but Aberdeen Central never led in that quarter by more than 4. As we kind of went back and forth between 2-point leads and 4-point leads. We were tied at 2. Then we're tied at 14 early in the second period as the Eagles had led 14-12 at the end of 1. But then the Governors got things going in that second period, and they did it with defense. A lot of tips of passes, takeaways, which turned into breakaways, and they were able to get 4 breakaway layups that kind of spearheaded what was a 15-8 quarter advantage, and Pierre led at intermission 27-22. The Governors just made more shots in that third period. Their defense still pretty good. Through the quarter, Aberdeen slipped a little offensively in that quarter as well. Pierre outscored them 16-9 in the third, and the Governors led 43-31. Their biggest lead turned out to be 15 early in the fourth quarter, but Aberdeen's offense did show up in that fourth period. They put a 20 spot up. The Governors were helped by 9 free throws in that fourth quarter, but they still had a 19-point effort as well. So as the Eagle offense turned things up a bit, the Governor defense, well, and their offense as well, still able to do some good things as the Governors win this one 62-51. Again, Pierre improves their mark to 4-6 on the season. Eagles fall to 2-9, and Brianna Kuzler already up to talk about this one in our Family Dental postgame. Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. Coach, got to feel good to get a win in this one, and it just seemed like this was a game that, to me, the difference was exactly what you've wanted all season long, and that's pushing tempo, especially on the defensive end. The game turned in the second quarter when you got some tips, some steals, a lot of breakaway layups, and I imagine this is how the recipe is supposed to go in most Governor games.
Yeah,
nice win tonight.
Things are starting to come together. Different guys have stepped up at different times, and that's what we're going to need to continue as we go. And we had the bulk of our scoring continued to be with Luke and Dawson, but you look across the board, and there's still guys that are getting those 4 to 8 points for us, and that's what we're going to need is that moving forward. And just, it's not all about offense. Of course, we need to score more points than the other team. That's a no-brainer. But different guys defensively who just made plays happen by how hard they were willing to work. There's certainly some things that we need to address in our zone and stuff, but our goal was 48 points or under 50, so the boys were a little disappointed because we gave up 51 points, but that was, I'm glad that they took that upon themselves to feel like that was necessary. They're believing in what we're trying to preach, and that's been the case the entire time. It's just taking a little bit now to put some pieces together. This was a great start. We're far from finished. We've got 2 tough games here this weekend, but nice to get this one, finish a good road stretch, and then get ourselves back home.
You mentioned that zone, that 2-3. It seemed to me that's when things turned as well. That's when you were getting the tips and the takeaways, and I don't think you stuck with it the rest of the game, but still nice to see how effective that can be, especially when you have quickness on the defensive end.
Yeah, we went to our 23 with some traps. That's kind of, we got them pinned in certain areas. They got a little flustered. We had good guys that rotated into the gaps and made some plays happen, which resulted in some what we talk about our simple scores. And that's at the end of the day, if you can capitalize on 1 or 2 of those in a quarter, you like your chances down the stretch of putting things away 12, 16 points, just that easy. And 11 points right now. I felt like the second half we controlled things a lot better. It never really got overly close, which was nice. We didn't let them be a factor down the stretch, and it just, again, different guys stepping up, getting rebounds, putting their bodies on the line. That's what we're going to need moving forward.
Yeah, in that fourth quarter, Aberdeen got 20 points down, so you're helped out by free throws. You're able to hit them from there, but still the offense kept coming, and I think offensively the boys were able to stay aggressive, and they did a nice job continuing and played a full 32 minutes tonight.
Yeah, and we went into halftime feeling like we left 4 or 5 bunnies out there in the first half, and that was kind of the difference between a 5-point game and a little bit of a 15-point game. And even you look back at those and you start putting a couple of those in, we get a little bit more under control. Luke's got great touch around the rim. We'll continue to get good guys in that same, because if we can have that attack mentality there, it's going to open up things on the perimeter for us as well, getting multiple guys attacking in. And then I'm sure everybody and their dog heard me get after Lincoln Dilgis of not trying to be a shot blocker on things. He made that adjustment. That kid is longer than crazy. It's just wild. Okay. We don't have to be shot blockers. And then he made that adjustment. That's just a coachable kid right there. And resulted in a good stop. We got the ball down on the other end and got a good score from it too. And that's really, again, different kids stepping up at different times. We're putting some different guys in different positions within the zone. We tossed some different man actions at them as well. So they're really doing a great job of being willing to adapt to whatever we need them to do at whatever time, and keeping just positive attitudes too. At times, somebody that might get 10 minutes a game might get 25 minutes a game for us, and vice versa. It's just matchups and opportunities and rising to the occasion when you're called upon.
Yeah, a couple of individual performances. You talk about Olsen and Getz. Of course, Luke with 29 tonight, which is huge. Dawson with a solid game yet again, but really impressed with Ahart's off the bench. You mentioned Dilgis, but how about Corday Austin? His first quarter and the way he was banging around and kind of kept you afloat, because Aberdeen Central was just a little bit better in that first eight minutes.
Yeah.
And he's got offensive rebounds, double digits and boards tonight, 8 points. That's that T-shirt's for him, by the way.
Awesome.
Foreshadowing.
That's great, because he deserves it, and he's been one that experience-wise hasn't been at the varsity level for us until this year, so there's been a little bit of a learning curve, and but whenever you're talking to him, it's eyes on you. He wants to retain as much information. He's great, coachable kid, wants to do what's best, and he's a learner. He wants to learn, wants to get better, and you saw that tonight. I think one of the challenges that we've given him as of late is being aggressive and being that offensive component, that missing piece for us, and that might not be off of just our regular offense, but getting how hard are you willing to work to get those old boards and the putbacks, and that's how he got some simple scores. He had an offensive foul there, and I'll take that every single day because that tells me that he's being aggressive. Those rebounds that he came down with to 8 points. Great, but the rebounding side of it and his athleticism there is outstanding. He's got a great perimeter shot, and he's still coming into it. His percentage wouldn't indicate that, but we've seen it in practice and stuff. So that's another key component that we could add to the mix at some point too.
All right, I call it an important win because you won a game that you're supposed to win.
Yeah.
And you went out, took care of business. Now hopefully you get a little confidence with Harrisburg and O'Gorman coming this weekend. It is going to be a big weekend, as you said.
Yeah, absolutely. This is great opportunity to get back home, and we will get home at a good time tonight, not be on the road again for a little while, and be able to see two tough opponents who we feel like we match up with well, but we certainly need to be prepared and continuing to emphasize our side of the game. But obviously, yeah, we've got to recognize. I thought we did an outstanding job of making things difficult for Brendan Phillips tonight. He's a great player. They've got a great supporting cast, but our guys really took the initiative of making things difficult for him. So kudos to our guys for really sticking to the game plan and adapting and doing whatever was needed when they were called upon.
All right, Coach, great win tonight. We'll look forward to Friday and Saturday. By the way, the girls are 14 seconds to go trying to preserve a 3-point lead.
Nice,
that could be a nice upset as well. Coach, great job. We'll see you on Friday at home. Governors win tonight, 62-51, defeating Aberdeen Central in the coach's old stomping grounds here. Here are the stats in this one as the Governors hitting on 25 of 51 overall in the ball game, and that includes 3 of 9 on the from the outside part. Outside the arc, they go 9 of 10 from the free throw line. All of those attempts coming in that fourth quarter, which was a big reason they were able to preserve a double-digit lead throughout as Aberdeen Central's offense had picked up considerably. Luke Olsen with I'm going to guess a career high 29 points tonight, and again a lot of that started with tips and takeaways in the second period, but just the way that this kid is able to slice and dice through the lanes and get the touch on some really tough shots, and to keep in mind he's only 5'11", but he's still able to find ways to score with these layups in traffic, and he did that to the tune of 29. He hit a couple of big threes in that third period to help advance the lead as well. Dawson Getz with another double-digit performance. He will finish with 15 tonight. Corday Austin with 8, all in the first period. Great effort for him. And as I mentioned, he had 10 rebounds to lead the way. Caden Aharts will finish with 8 points off the bench. And Carter Scheffelbein with a layup down on one of those, another tip and takeaway. for the Governors. Take away to a breakaway. 10 points off the bench for Pierce, 62 on the board tonight in that winning effort. For the Golden Eagles, 9 of 22 in that first half. They do a little bit better in that second half thanks to make it 8 of 11 in the fourth quarter alone. 12 of 23 in the second half, 21 of 45 overall, but 3 of 16 from outside the arc, and that included 2 of them hit by Brendan Phillips at long last in that fourth quarter. The Eagles are just 6 of 11 from the free throw line. Phillips had 14, but Golden Eagles are led by Jacob Weissar with 15 points, and I just want to pat this kid on the back, because one thing you don't see much in high school basketball anymore, because there's a three-point line out there, and you know what they say, everybody loves the long ball, but the lost art of the mid-range jumper is not lost on Jacob Weissar. The 6'4 senior scores 15. He had 6 of 7 from the field, and I think at least 5 of his 6 field goals were probably of the 14, 15, 16-foot variety. The kid is just very comfortable from that range, and it's a breath of fresh air to see somebody like Jacob Weissar shooting the way he did tonight, albeit in a losing effort. Jacob's right below us. I hope he heard that. Brendan Phillips with 14, but it falls off from there for the Eagles. Luke Swanson, Colby Dowan, Jack Birch, the big fella, all with 6 points, and then 2 bench players with 2 points apiece, and Michael Dutenhofer and Turner Bergen. 62-51. The Governors win this one. They win the rebounding battle, 26-21 overall, 9-7 on the offensive glass. As mentioned, it was Corday Austin with 10 to lead the Govs. Weissar with 8 leading Aberdeen Central unofficially, but the Golden Eagles with 13 turnovers. And again, out of those 13, judging by the way I view things, 10 of those 13 turnovers are because of Governor steals. And Luke Olson had a number of those, 4 steals himself. Pierre only turned it over 8 times and only twice in that second half. The one stat that Aberdeen wins in this one is the assist game, 15-9 overall. Colby Dowan with 7 dishes, Luke Olson with 4 of those as well. But Pierre wins it on the board, 62-51, their 4th win of the season. And as mentioned, last update from Justin Cowart, Pierre had a 56-53 lead. Let's check on that, and they win it 56-55, so a big upset win at home. Aberdeen Central was 7-3 coming into the season. The Governors improved to 5-4 now, so a great win for Coach Kirk Beebout and the Governor girls, as heard on KGFX. More to come in our post game, and let's take a quick break. Let's hear from Hermanson Endodontics. The Governors win this one, certainly not without big plays in the game, and those are brought to you by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. This is Governor Basketball.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art three-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics with big plays in this contest, and we've touched on it with the coach. We've touched on it in our recap, but this game certainly turned in that second quarter because of the Governor defense, and whether it's 2-3 zone or not, but I think that just happened to be when things started to change. Governors were able to tip passes. They were able to get the steals, and every time it seemed there were 4 of them, but it seemed like even more than that. Those steals turned into breakaway layups, and with the Governor's speed in beating the Eagles down the floor. Luke Olson with 3, Caden Ahart's had 1, and we mentioned Carter Shufflebein even had 1 in the third period. That was a difference in this game as the Governors able to dictate this game defensively. Defense turning into offense. Certainly big plays of the game made by the Governors and sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. We've got some things to talk about when we give you our player of the game. If you were listening to the coaches' conversation, you already know who it's going to be. The player of the game sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Again, pats on the back to Jacob Weissar and Brendan Phillips for efforts in getting in double figures. Colby Dowan with a nice 7-assist night as well. The passing game was pretty good for Aberdeen Central. The Governors have candidates, though, We'll make it official after you hear from Cowboy Country Stores, and our player of the game is next. This is Governor Basketball.
Howdy, partners. Did you know that you can save up to 30 cents on a gallon of gas instantly when you use the Sinclair DinoPay app at all Cowboy Country Store locations? It's true, and it's fast, secure, and simple to use. Just go to your app store and download the green DinoPay app, follow the prompts, and save big money at the pump today.
Convenience from the country. Cowboy Country Stores.
Cowboy Country Stores, players of the game. We just saw former governor and Cade Kaiser here, a member of the Northern State Wolves football program. Came to watch his brother, the assistant coach Brevin, his future sister-in-law, the head coach, Brianna Kuzler, come up with a victory here tonight as well. 62-51, the Govs win it. Players of the game, you certainly give a pat on the back for a career high, I think it is, to Luke Olson with 29 points. I mean, if he doesn't have T-shirts already, it's kind of a no-brainer that he would be the player of the game. Certainly Dawson Getz playing well. Pat on the back to Caden Ahartz, a nicely played game off the bench. But to me, to spread the wealth around, I really like the way Corday Austin played in this game. He scored 8 points. In fact, all of them came in the first quarter. Pierce scored 12 points in the first quarter. Austin had 8, Luke Olson had 4, and that was it. But Corday Austin, in the meantime, was pulling down 4 rebounds in the first quarter alone. He finishes with 10 rebounds, and 3 of those coming on the offensive glass, and he got some putbacks because of some of those rebounds as well. And Corday playing a fine ball game, even though he didn't have necessarily the minutes for much of that second half of play. But again, it was a good team effort, and Corday Austin is tonight's Cowboy Country Stores player of the game. He's already getting a T-shirt heading in his direction, noting his accomplishments from Cowboy Country Stores and River 92.7 Sports as the Govs win it 62-51. Up next for the Golden Eagles, they will host Sioux Falls, Washington tonight. I saw earlier Washington was getting blasted by Sioux Falls Lincoln, which really makes me wonder just how good the Sioux Falls Lincoln Patriots are. As we update scores, Lincoln beats Washington tonight 80-35. Huron gets a win in boys basketball over Watertown 64-51. Up next for the Govs is Harrisburg. They beat a struggling Brookings team tonight 50-41 at home. Brandon Valley wins yet again. They beat Marshall, Minnesota 65-60, and Mitchell with a low-scoring game over Sioux Falls Roosevelt. They defeat the Rough Riders 42-38. A quarter in the books. T-Area leads top-ranked in Class A Sioux Falls Christian 17-16. In girls hoops, a huge win for the Pierre Governors tonight, 56-55, upsetting Aberdeen Central. They moved to 5-4 on the season. Also in the girls side of things, Washington over Lincoln 52-31. Sioux Falls Christian beat T-Area 48-37. The Sioux Falls Christian girls are top-ranked as well. Sturgis gets a win over Hill City 49-43. Mitchell beating Roosevelt 49-41. And Huron sweeps Watertown in the doubleheader. The girls winning that game 51-43. So up next, once again, it's the Governors hosting Harrisburg at Riggs High Gym, while the Governor girls go to O'Gorman Friday night. That one will be on KGFX. Governor boys here on River 92.7 against Harrisburg, and then Pierre hosts O'Gorman on Saturday. Governor girls will go to Harrisburg a week from tonight, while the Governor boys go to Yankton. That's some upcoming action for basketball on DRG Media Group stations. Of course, your official voice of the Pierre Governors. Our next broadcast, though, comes Thursday night, and we'll be at Riggs High Gym. The Governor Wrestlers will have a duel on tap for us, and they'll host Brandon Valley. And wrestling begins with JV matches starting at 4:30 at Riggs High Gym. We're going to expect about a 5:30 pregame, and we're looking for girls matches and then boys matches to start at about 6 o'clock. So join us 5:30 estimated here on River 92.7. Our next Governor broadcast with the Governor Wrestlers hosting the Brandon Valley Lynx. We're looking forward to that. So 3 games or 3 broadcasts all from Riggs High Gym Thursday, Friday nights, and Saturday afternoon here on River 92.7. The rest of the schedule has the wrestlers going to the Brookings Invites on Saturday. Gymnastics will be at ESD at Yankton on Saturday. Hockey, boys will be hosting Mitchell on Saturday. The girls play host to Mitchell Friday and Saturday, and then they'll play Aberdeen Central next weekend. And we want to give a shout out to our technical director, William Wilson, and the cast of the one-act plays, the Pierre Drama Club, as they will be performing their one-acts for the public at Riggs High Theater Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, 7 o'clock. Curtain goes up on all 3 performances, and we'll wish them the best of luck then the following week when they take their one-acts to the State Festival in Brookings. That'll be next weekend. So break a leg, everybody, with those one-act plays. Hopefully everybody can get a chance to see the one-acts as well. That'll do it. We'll remind everybody hitting the road once again, including ourselves, at the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety reminds us all to think twice in case of ice. Slow down, drive for the conditions, and make sure you buckle up too. We've all got some place to be. That reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. For William Wilson in studio, for Caleb Brozick, thank you for running camera. You can rewatch a good one here at drgnews.com and the River 92.7 page once we sign off. I'm Brian Oakland, your final Gales Gas Service scoreboard. The Governors win tonight 62-51 over the Aberdeen Central Golden Eagles. We'll talk with you again Thursday for Governor Wrestling at about 5:30 from Riggs High Gym here on your official home of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com. Good evening, everybody.